Welcome, Barrie Trower, to Witte TV.
Thank you.
It's a very big honor for us that you take your time and give us an interview. We are a big admirer of yours and your courage that you go out with the message that there are enormous dangers in VLAN and cell phone technology. And perhaps we could start with a short background that we understand your competence and how much knowledge you could collect, that you know what you know today.
Yes, I started in 1960. I studied microwave, all aspects of microwave warfare with the military.
In Great Britain?
In Great Britain, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All aspects of microwave warfare. I learned about the dangers, how they can affect the human body, as well as, of course, radar and military uses.
Yeah.
Of that. And a small part of my work after, for 11 years, was because microwaves during the Cold War were used as they are today as stealth weapons. They are perfect weapons, yes, because people do not know they are being targeted. And any government can and has targeted individuals, groups of people, streets, whole streets of people. You can target people with low level over 18 months, 2.5 years, and you can cause serious neurological damage, serious physical damage, and of course cancers.
And change the mind.
Easily change the mind. At that time, whilst I was questioning sort of captured spies or agents, which I emphasise was a small part of my work, I learned of the dangerous frequencies being used in other countries, because all countries were experimenting as they are today. I had a list of about 30 frequencies that could cause about 50 serious neurological and physical disorders, including cancer.
Cancer, yes. They can induce cancer.
Yeah. For instance, 6.6 pulses or modulations a second can induce sexual aggression, yes, in men. Other pulses can make you feel suicidal. Other pulses can make you indecisive, lethargic. You can have pulses that will affect your vision because it interferes with the natural frequency of the eye. You can affect the heart quite easily. You can affect the glands.
Make a heart attack.
Oh yeah, yep. You can also affect the glands in the body and change the hormone levels that will then change the behaviour. So I did this for 11 years. I mean, I knew then about 30 pulse frequencies. Now they have a list of about 600. And they can be delivered to anybody, anywhere, by any government, even people who don't like you now. Day or night, when you're sleeping, walking around, the technology is there. And it is a perfect weapon because most of the time you don't know you're being attacked. And a tremendous success for a government is if they pick on a lady or gentleman unsuspecting and they can pulse that lady or gentleman's brain, cause a known psychiatric disorder, paranoid schizophrenia. They go to a psychiatrist, they are diagnosed, they are referred to a psychiatric hospital where they can still be targeted. and they can spend the rest of their life in a padded cell or in a psychiatric hospital, and that is a success.
Without being sick.
Without being sick. And if they just turned the frequency off, they would recover.
Yes.
That is a success. And we're not talking one person here, we're talking hundreds of thousands over 40, 50 years in many countries, hundreds of thousands. And the race is on to find the perfect microwave weapon where you can just, almost like a radio, tune the dial for aggression, suicide, whatever.
I heard about that there are already technical devices. You hang it around your neck, a little pult here, and then you can have some sparks and steer. Have you heard about that?
No, I haven't heard of those, no.
We had in Stockholm in Sweden a horrible case some years ago where a man took the car into the pedestrians zone where no cars are allowed in the old town of Stockholm, and he killed a lot of people by just taking the car and going driving over them. And he said to his excuse, there was a man in the corner behind me who had this, and he steered me.
There are ways. I haven't heard of that method, but I have heard of other methods where people can be reprogrammed to do, for an experiment, to do what the government wants them to do. And in fact, it's incredibly easy. You can break the average person down for total reprogramming in just 30 hours. And that's without pain, without hypnosis, without drugs. The average person can be broken down in 30 hours. Usually, all they have to do is put you into a cell, no food, no water, no sound, and you're in total darkness. Absolute darkness. No sound, no water, nothing. And within 30 hours, you are hallucinating. Really hallucinating. Then, and this is so easy, I mean, I could do it. And then with, they call it synthetic telepathy. Microwaves can go right into the brain, and you hear a voice. Yes. And the psychiatrists beforehand, or the investigators, they would know a voice which you found comforting. Now, for a lady, it may be, if she loved her grandfather, it would be her grandfather's voice.
Oh, really?
If you are religious, it would be an angel, or Jesus, or Mohammed, or somebody. But when you've been in for 30 hours, and you're hallucinating, then the voice comes in. And of course, they can do this straight through the wall.
Yes.
The voice comes in, very soft, very soothing, very calming. Are you in trouble? I really am so sorry. Let me help. And over months or years, however long it takes, you will come just to rely on this voice. And if you don't do what this voice suggests, then the voice disappears and you're back in trouble. So you learn, a bit like heroin, you learn to depend on this very friendly voice. And if you talk to the voice and you're agreeable with the voice, you get food and you get light and and then when you go home, the voice can wake you up in the middle of the night when you're sleeping and ask you questions, and then once you are absolutely, totally dependent on the voice, like heroin, it can say, now, the problem that you've been through was caused by, and it could be a religious sect, it could be a group of people.
Yeah, they always come with a false
a group of people, dark-skinned, fair-skinned, whatever, but it will be somebody. And they would say, now what I need you to do is help us defeat these people. And the next thing you've got is a bomber or a murderer, and it can be done.
For example, Mikhailo Mikhailovich, he was convicted of killing the Swedish Foreign Minister Anna Lindh in 2003.
Yep.
And he said, I had so strong voices in my head, they gave the order to kill her.
Yep.
And that was for me a clear evidence that he was mind controlled, that he is innocent, he was just a tool.
Yep, but of course you can't prove it. And the government will say you're mad, lock him away.
Yes.
But it's a success. And if you wanted a single person, all you have to do with the person is say, well, the only person stopping you reaching a normal life is Mr. Smith. And as long as Mr. Smith is alive, you are going to suffer this. And it's very easy. It's very easy to reprogram a brain. Very easy.
Yeah.
I mean, religious sects do it sometimes to convince people. Look at the big mass suicide we had years ago. I forgot, in America. Waco. It's very easy to retrain a brain.
Yes.
Very easy.
Yes, for me, my research shows clearly that Waco was also a mind control operation. That is for sure. And even Timothy McVeigh, the Oklahoma bomber, he was at those doctors making mind control and reprogramming.
Yeah. But it's easily done, and of course the difficulty is finding out which people are having their minds changed by an agency deliberately, and those that really hate people and want to kill them anyway. But of course it is a perfect weapon for that, and it's been going on for a while.